What is up with my beautiful Capricorn gang? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We are going to read your tarot cards. This will be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. As always, a general reminder that here on YouTube, I do general messages. That means not everything I say will resonate with every single Capricorn out there. Know that in advance. Come into these readings with an open heart, an open mind, and ultimately release anything that does not serve you, speak to you, motivate you, inspire you, empower you. That's my goal here today. So if you're not feeling that way, it might not be your message this week. Okay, guys? So let's tap into Capricorn. And you guys are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. We're going to tap into some Capricorn energy here. Feeling powerful. Yeah, stepping into your power, confronting a fear, doing something you were afraid to do, or overcoming some obstacle or challenge. Stepping into some, I'm hearing platform, foundation, so a really good jumping off point, a starting off point. Let's see, Emperor, usually career related. All right, Capricorn, let's do it. Capricorn. The Hierophant, having faith. The Sun, joy, pleasure, I'm hearing. Some of you reached a physical fitness goal. It could be weight loss or weight gain or building muscle or some sort of physical athletic accomplishment. Three of Wands. Some of you put something out into the universe, like a prayer, a wish, a hope, a manifestation. And to me, it's saying whether you know it or not, the universe is orchestrating this to come into you. If the divine, you know, whatever you believe in as a higher power, God, source, spirit, universe, believes it is for your best and highest good, you have nothing to worry about. What you will never miss out on what is meant for you, but you have something really good coming in, but I can tell it's testing your patience. A lot of you are starting to lose hope that it's coming in, and it is. Sending a wish and a prayer out. This is the divine, a very masculine version of such. Orchestrating the planets to work, orchestrating the manifestations of your wishes coming into fruition. It has to do with, I'm almost getting like magic. It has to do with astrology, work among the universe. Maybe that's going to mean something more to a few of you out there, but there's something about planets in alignment, like getting, almost in a sense, getting your ducks in a row, only the universe is doing that too. So, there's a mirroring in however you are organizing your life or getting prepared, getting ready. Again, something about a physical routine, like an exercise routine or even organizational routine, something about that leading up to something much bigger. Your ships are coming in. Like, I almost want to say, don't worry about it, boo. Like, they're coming. Like, don't sweat it. Your biggest message here is don't lose faith. Do you believe in the divine? You did when you asked them for something, so don't lose faith now. You already cast your wish out. Like, what if the universe is just about to bring it in and then you're like, oh, I guess God doesn't exist. You know, kick rocks, walk away. They're just like, they're about to give it to you, so don't lose faith. No, I mean, put your energy somewhere where it is being useful. I'm a big proponent of just sitting there waiting to see what happens. Very rarely does that serve us. Even if we're working hard on something, if it's blocked or delayed or just not coming in, it's delayed, I can tell. You know, there's no use pining over when is it coming in and it could be so good. It's not, put all that energy into something useful, into something productive. You know, take your dog for a walk. I don't care, but just like sitting there harping on, well, why isn't it coming in? That's not doing anyone a favor. And to be honest, I know this is kind of ballsy of me to say, it's kind of pissing off the universe. Like, that's almost what I get. Like, they heard you. Like, universe, God, source, spirit is working their ass off to bring you what you want, what you deserve. So the fact that you're losing faith now, they're like, Capricorn. So this is a very good message. I'm not trying to beat you up. This is about, do you have faith? Do you see how both these cards have the sun symbol? Sun is about growth, vitality, wisdom, birth, creation. For some of you, this may involve working with a Leo or a Taurus. For some of you, this involves long-term partnership and marriage. You have not been forgotten. I would even argue your wishes, they're right at the center of the universe. Do you know what's so funny when I look at this card? Every now and then I get like these hits about, like, you know, pop culture. And I know they seem fluffy, but I actually genuinely believe they're for a reason. There's a movie, it's Pixar. I always botch the title. I think it's Inside Out. The one with all the happy memories and core memories, and me and my old friend used to watch that. We used to jokingly call it the happy balls. The happy balls and the sad balls, right? Something about these, it's reminding me of that movie. That in itself may be a confirmation or like kind of an intuitive hit for you. But yeah, it's like all these wishes, all these dreams, it's like they're lining up and the universe can only deal with so many at a time, right? I mean, yes, the universe, the divine, it's all powerful, but everything in order. There is a divine order to the universe. And so it's like you're in line, but in metaphor, it's like you're getting very impatient. You're wondering if you should, jump the line and try and sneak in, or you're questioning if so many random things like, did you get my order? Did you hear me? Yeah, and the thing is, for some of you, I would tend to offer the fact, if the card's related to this, if you put in your wish, if you put in your order and it's not coming in, maybe it's not what was meant for you. I can tell, though, something that you've recently, or maybe for a long time, have been working on manifesting, because it does come from a spiritual place. All these religions, all these, do you see all those symbols? It's something you want in order to grow on your spiritual path. I don't see it as egocentric or selfish. I see it as you feel like this would be great for your personal growth, for your work endeavors, for your romantic life, whatever. I think universe agrees. I see universe pulling strings to make this happen. So yeah, there's just a message here of why are you getting so impatient? You don't decide the timeline, Capricorn. Universe does. So just, I know it sounds really harsh, but it's like, it's so beautiful. It's like the minute you start letting fear or that shadow side tap in of, well, where is it? It's taking so long. Maybe I don't deserve this. Am I not being heard? Did the universe forget about me? No, you're right here. I see you. You're right here. You're good. You're going to be fine. This is coming in. That's where we split the deck. Queen of Wands very likely has something to do with your career. Or if, maybe you're manifesting something with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. Especially a Leo. There's a lot of Leo energy here. Marriage with a Leo. Thank you. There's the devil. There's you. Yeah, free yourself from the waiting game. Use your time wisely. Use your time productively. That isn't typically a message I have to tell Capricorn, but you guys aren't perfect. Everybody kind of gets caught up in stages of life here and there. So this is a gentle reminder. Don't worry about it. If you've done all the work you can and you're just waiting to see the return on it, awesome. Walk away and do something else. Have you ever noticed when you obsess over something, that's when it never happens? It's usually the opposite. When you release and let go, when you accept that it is in the universe's control, it's not that you're being lazy. It's not that, you're being complacent. It's just you understand the divine order of things. Good things come to those who wait. Boom. This is the picture perfect example of it. You're letting doubt and fear factor in, even guilt. I'm not sure how guilt would factor in, but I heard the word guilt, so some of you are heartbroken thinking that what you thought was coming into you isn't coming. And again, to me, there's no proof of that here. So I'm not sure where that thought is coming from. Some of you may be taking on negative thoughts or beliefs that are coming from external sources, not divine sources, but, family, friends, whatever, romantic prospects. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about taking on these false thoughts or beliefs. Numerology is really important to some of you right now. You're seeing the same numbers everywhere. And some of you, you're not even aware of it. But now that you've heard this message, you're going to start seeing it more. License plates, clocks, I don't know, wherever. There's something about repetition and numbers. You're going to start seeing that. And it's a confirmation that the universe sees you. You're exactly where you are supposed to be. You're not late. You're on track. There's so much anxiety and fear bleeding into this that it's actually bleeding into your manifestation. So the universe, they just want you to have faith. That's all. I hate to reiterate the same point, but are you a prisoner to your faith? What does that mean? Some of you may feel like you were trying to manifest something that you didn't want. You were manifesting it for the benefit of someone else. And so some of you were coming to realize that I'm almost getting it wasn't a clean manifestation because it wasn't necessarily for your best and highest good. And the thing is, I don't think you were, for most of you, I don't think you were trying to manifest anything negative upon anyone, but it more or less feels like your hands were tied. I don't know how to relay this message, Capricorn. It feels like you were being told by, I don't know, someone in your surroundings, like a flesh and blood 3D person, that you need to work on your prayers or your manifestations or you need to do this. And so you did, but it was never what you wanted. And that's why it didn't come in, because universe knew your truth. Universe knew that in your heart you didn't want this. You were just doing it to satisfy someone else. especially in terms of a job, if that makes sense to someone out there. For some of you, a manifestation didn't come in, and this is very likely something different, because it would have made you a prisoner to someone else, to someone else's, I'm hearing regime, I don't know, religion, someone else's rulership. And you can't be caged. You're meant to grow. Feels like someone has tight reins over you. Someone has strict control over what you're doing. And for the longest time, I think there was comfort in that because it felt like there was loyalty and that they were helping you out. But I think some of you came to realize that they were pulling the strings in a way that was a little bit more manipulative than you had thought, or this person was coercing. I don't know. I didn't even know I knew that word, but you were sort of in submission to this person's desires. Yeah, a lot of you, and this could be a boss. I'm not sure if this is more romantic. I honestly don't know. This could even be a unusual relationship with a parent where at one point in time, because it was all you knew, you thought that this was leadership that was solid, that was doing good things for you, that was giving you directions, advice, guidance that was for your best or highest good. But I don't know, for some of you, you came to find out that this person actually was coming from a place of their more shadow side started to show through. So there was either jealousy, or they were trying to throw you off course or use you as a catalyst or as a means to acquire power that would benefit only them. And some of you realized that and you broke free from it, or you're about to. You were shackled to some entity or some body, a job, a family unit, a husband, a wife. And yeah, the message still stands. It's almost like mind control. Sometimes when the Hierophant comes up, again, this idea of false beliefs or false religion, a lot of you came to find out that this person was wielding power in an unhealthy way, or using their power to get ahead, and you never saw advancement or nourishment from all the energy you were putting into this. And so some of you have decided to break free from that, and you're questioning if it was the right path. You're questioning if you overreacted, or if this person did have good intentions and you misconstrued it. No, you were absolutely right. There's nothing good about this. 5 of Swords and the Devil, this was you in the cage. You became aware of this person's intentions, that they weren't good, or even if they weren't malicious, they just weren't serving you. This especially has to do with any of my Capricorns who work for some sort of religious group. And maybe it's not even the religion you practice, but maybe it's simply your employment, right? Yeah, there could be people like a misuse of power, or feeling like you have to sacrifice or compromise your ethics or your beliefs or your principle, to gain success, to gain the admiration, attention, validation of the overseeing bodies, the powers that be. Yeah, a lot of you feel a sense of, that's where guilt comes in. Guilt or remorse for being bendable or flexible on things that you look back and you really were against what you were being told to do. So here's the thing, you already understand the lesson. You don't need to look back and feel guilty or punish yourself in any way, but you do need to walk away with the lessons, and being more aware of the entities, the people you're choosing to work with, and really catching a vibe for what are they doing? Are they light workers or are they shadow workers, right? Yeah, there's almost a crisis of faith here. And it doesn't even have to be religious, but again, with a group of people that were having great influence on you, it very much feels business related. Like, you go out and make money and then we're going to take it all, but we'll give you the promotion and later on, and the promotion never came. And not only that, there was something of someone who acquires a great amount of success and power or money, they weren't necessarily doing good things with it. The idea of like brainwashing or something. So yeah, as we get deeper into this, the more kind of troubling the messages are. So obviously it won't be for everyone, but I think a lot of you, this may be your backstory. This may be something that happened in the past. And so maybe you're kind of in the in-between of separating yourself from this energy. I like that. I think that's good. But again, there's that faith that, okay, well, I did something in my highest vibration to separate myself from whatever I don't want to be associated with anymore. I'm trying to build anew. Again, I'm trying to like have this new chapter of growth and vitality, but where are the signs that I'm on the right path? They're right here. You're on the right path. And again, those numbers, that numerology, that's guiding you. That's confirmation that you are on the right path. Some of you, there may have been issues in an educational system, whether it was college or high school, and it may have literally been you as a student, or it may be you teaching at some sort of educational facility. There may have been weird stuff going on, especially something about, I know this is so random, something about the math department. Interesting. In my, this is kind of funny. It's actually not funny. It's actually pretty bad, but in my high school, this was years after I graduated, one of the math teachers, I never had him, but he got arrested because he was pocketing all the really expensive like TI-83 calculators. He was selling them online, and he lost his job because of that. He was like stealing calculators from students and wherever, and he was selling them on like eBay, and he got caught. I wonder if he was a Capricorn. I honestly have no idea. I don't even remember his name, and I wouldn't shout it out on here anyway, but like that's what I mean. Like there was some shady shit going on, and I don't think necessarily you were part of it. I think you were being puppeteered at first to be a part of it, but then you look back and you cut the strings really fast. Once you knew what was going on, you morally, ethically couldn't stay there, so you did move on, and you did the right thing, Capricorn. And I would also say to that, don't worry about settling the score. Don't worry about making, forcing karma upon the enemy or the opposer. That's not your job. Your job is to have faith in the universe that you're going to get what's coming to you, and this person will too. But essentially, I'm just getting, this is where your story's split. You probably will never have to interact with these people ever again. It really does feel like you freed yourself from I'm hearing slave wages, but like a job where it felt like either slavery or it felt like you were imprisoned. It felt like you were trapped. I do think a lot of you felt like you were pushed into a corner, almost bullied, where it's like, you have to do this or else. It really does feel like that. And for some of you, that may have even been a really unhealthy relationship with a parent, feeling like you were, I mean the word sabotage, but it felt like you had to comply with a certain rule or standards to achieve any success or recognition or just a pat on the head, right? That may be a cycle that keeps playing out in your life if it's a childhood trauma that you haven't fully dealt with. So what's coming in for Capricorn? Good Lord. Let's spin this vibration. In fact, I don't even want to see these cards anymore. I'm showing them to you one last time because this is either what you've left behind or this is what you're exiting, and that's good. You don't need to concern yourself with that anymore. That chapter is done as soon as you want it to be. So let's focus on this, the faith of what's coming in. Some of you, there's like a divine masculine coming in. Some of you, there's going to be a huge amount of recognition and success, again, for athletics or training or something about the physical body or nutrition or health, if that has to do with your job, or if you've suffered some sort of illness or chronic illness, there could be a renewed sense of vitality. There could be life-changing medicine that has a positive impact on your health, or you may be part of a group that is, studying that type of medicine or something like that. Yeah, some of you, your soulmate is coming in. Or finding a position at a company that highlights your skills, that recognizes your talent, reaching some sort of victory or milestone at the workplace. And for others of you, it's the altar, finding your soulmate at the altar. This definitely feels like, whether you are male or female, it feels like there's a divine masculine on their way to you, but it's still being orchestrated. So if you're interested in romantic sexual partnership with a male, that seems to be coming in for a lot of my Capricorns. This is great. For those single and looking, you may have an upcoming social event, a networking event, even I would offer a wedding, a party, when it's safe, right? Wear your masks. I'm not here to mother you, but there may be an opportunity to meet someone who will be, I'm sort of getting life-changing. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be your future husband or wife, but someone who's going to be a long-term friend, colleague, partner to you for many years to come. but you don't know them yet. This is a stranger right now. But when they come in, it's like your soul contracts are aligned. You guys are meant to make the history books together, especially in some sort of innovative science or medicine. I keep getting that. Or something about architecture, house, homes, building structures. I don't know how those are related. Forming some sort of club or committee or group, like-minded group of individuals, and that could be anything. That could be something creative or artistic. You may be starting a startup company. If that's the case, there's something about donation or charity that's coming through, or raising a lot of money for some sort of cause. That might be where you network and meet this person. And if any of you volunteer your time or participate in charity events, again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but there's a very important connection with another human being that you make in some sort of some sort of social space or social outlet, and it has staying power. It's someone who's going to be in your life for the rest of your lifetime here on Earth. In fact, they've probably been with you in other lifetimes, you know? Maybe in another lifetime it was your husband or wife, but in this lifetime it's going to be your best friend or something like that. Yeah, this is cool. You get what you give. That's what the Six of Pentacles says. So if you've been giving your all on manifestations and putting in the man hours and the work, you will absolutely reap the reward. You will see the success of this. You know what I'm going to say? Earth energy, Capricorn. You understand the importance of patience. You're an earth sign, right? You're in it to win it, but you're not in it for the quick burn. That's not how my Capricorns operate. But, you know, unless you have tons of Sagittarius in your chart, maybe you do, right? This is not a quick burn. It's like it took so long for it to be manifested from the divine. Of course, like it's not all going to come at once. This is huge. This is huge, this manifestation, this prayer. It's been heard, but yeah, it doesn't come overnight. It's not a Cinderella story. I would offer it's going to feel like that once you obtain it, but again, this is something you have to work at. Good things come to those who wait. Also, you appreciate them more, don't you, when you've had to work versus things that are just handed to you, things that are just given to you. Maybe you wouldn't appreciate it as much. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this gentleman in red is representing the universe. They're giving you a little bit, but they want you to step up and do the work too. Soulmates. Some of you are going to be working with, I keep getting like humanitarian events, like low-income families, social workers. Some of you may be involved in social work. But yeah, raising money and funds, doing something to like protect the children or feed the children. And again, that may stem back to something you experienced in your youth, and you're taking those wounds as empowerment, as wisdom, and putting good into the world, right? Maybe this is you. Maybe you're the light worker, right? Maybe you're giving the gift of warmth, of sun, of joy, of happiness to people who so desperately need it. Yeah, there you are. The magician, you're manifesting great things. How light, how beautiful, that color yellow, it shines, right? Stepping into your role as a light worker. Because you've been to the darkest of dark, right? You've stepped out of the shadow and into the light, and you're putting good here on this earth, right? But yeah, it hasn't always been easy, and the universe will reward you for it. So don't quit now, but also don't lose faith. This ship is coming into you. Make no mistake about it. Whatever is on it, it's good. It's big. It's full of rejuvenation and joy, the Sun card. Again, possibly something with a Leo, maybe even a Taurus. This is the card of Taurus, and teachers, students, children, something about that may be important with that Six of Cups and these cards. But anyway, Capricorn, all right, that's what I got for you this week. If you made it this far, please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Other than that, I will see you next Wednesday for more tarot. Bye, Capricorn.